Hello everyone. So today we are here again to talk about one of the topic of the geology optional paper UPSC. Okay, so today we are going to cover one of the topic of paper 1 of the geology optional paper, and the topic is about the phase contrast microscopy. So we are here covering the topics of mainly bioinstrumentation and all, right? Because we have seen that, because I have got this comment, or maybe I have got this question that maybe please ma'am, can you cover that bioinstrumentation topic? Because of that I'm covering in a series manner. So today we're going to cover the phase contrast microscopy. Before that we have already covered the fluorescent microscopy and the another microscopy. So of course we are going to talk about in the series of the microscopy how we can see the living or the cell organism, or better say the biological flights, right, with respect to the different types of microscopy, such as when we talk about the spectrophotometry, right, then we have talked about little bit absorptions of spectrophoto means that means a spectra of light photo, right. So there we have talked about the light, with the help of the light absorption we can see the concentration of the density of the living material, right. So the next we have covered about the fluorescent microscopy. So where we have covered the fluorophores, and the when the slide or the living or any biological slide, when we see, we actually stain with a specific kind of fluorophore, right. From that the reflected light have a different level of the image formation. And today we are going to cover phase contrast microscopy. So what is that first phase contrast microscopy? The phase contrast microscopy was first explained in the year 1934 by the Dutch physicist Frits Jernik. It is a contrast improving optical. Again, what is the main thing here we are going to cover? That is the optical method. Okay, method that can be the employed to generate the high contrast images of transparent specimen. Every kind of microscopy has some kind of specification, so please just focus on that. Okay, so high contrast images of transparent specimens. Phase contrast microscope is a kind of the light microscope that improves the contrast of the colorless. Here we are not going to use any specific kind of fluorophore, colorless and transparent objects by influencing the optical path of light, where the light passing via a transparent portion of the specimen travels slower. Okay, so that means what is the basic principle of that? The transparent portion from which the light, whatever the rays of light falling down from the transparent area, the light will reflect at a little bit slower rate compared to the non-transparent. Okay, so principle: phase contrast microscopy is an optical technique designed to enhance the contrast. That is the word here, the contrast of the transparent colorless specimens such as the living cells, right? Why? Because generally to study the living cell we do not give any specific kind of coloring or the fluorophores, because of that specification, of course, that are the otherwise difficult to see under a standard bright field microscope, right? So what is the main concept here? That with the help of the phase contrast microscopy we can see the live objects, right? What we can see the live living objects. Okay, so what we are covering that? Okay, so under microscope it works by the converting small phase shifts of light passing through a specimen into differences in the light intensity that can be observed by the eye. Okay, then living cells and unstained specimen. Again I'm pointing here, in that phase contrast microscopy there is not any coloring agent are used. Okay, so the living cell and unstained specimen absorb little light, making their images faint. However, as light passes through the different parts of the specimen, okay, it undergoes phase shifts due to the variation in the thickness. Suppose that if I say, to just make you guys understand, suppose that this is your cell. Okay, so in that cell there are the nucleus, then there are the mitochondria, and so many things, there are so many cell organelles, but some of the part, or better say this is your leaves or any kind of living cell, in which there are some area in which may be very highly concentrated, right, but some of the area which will be a little bit less concentrated or less dense accordingly. So when the light fall on that concentrated on less condensed area, so the speed and the formation of image will be the different, so that because of that we can like a kind of image will be formed there with the help of the phase contrast microscopy. Okay, and okay, so what we covering, it undergoes phase shift due to the variation in the thickness and the refractive index. Okay, so we know the basic physics concept, the refractive index, right? So okay, these phase shifts are invisible to the human eye, and phase contrast microscopy uses a specialized optical arrangement. Of course, we are going to see that diagram also, including an annular ring in the condenser. What is a condenser? In earlier microscopy, we have already covered about the condenser. Okay, the condenser is one of that instrument which condense the different spectra of light into a specific arena or the zone of the light which we require generally to see the object. Okay, and a phase ring in the objective lens. Of course, in the last class, this is the topic we have also discussed, that in any microscopy there will be the two lenses. One is the objective lens, that will be the near to your object, and second is that ocular lens, which will be near to the image, where the data like reflected light where will be the where you can see, that is your ocular lens. Do not forget this. Okay, these are the some of the points you can mention and you can form the core with that. Okay, objective lens, which shifts the phase of the background light by a quarter wavelength, by a quarter wavelength, that is a lambda by 4. Inference between this phase shifted background light and the scattered light. Okay, phase shifted background light and the scattered light from the specimen produces an intensity variation, enhancing the image contrast without staining or killing the cells. Okay, so here I just want to say one thing, because this is just a short kind of video, not short video, but this is like, suppose that if I am going to explain this in the class, first I will tell whatever the inference, whatever the kind of quality or the characteristics of the light is already mentioned here. First you need to understand that, because here we are only talking about that concept related with the phase contrast microscopy, so we are not going to discuss much about the physical phenomenon of the light, such as the characteristic of inference or the scattering or whatever the thing. Okay, fine, chalo. So do not think like as a concept, but you need to and you have to understand all of the physical characteristic of the light also. What are the instrumentation? First we need to see the structure. Okay, so this is your phase contrast microscopy. Okay, so here we can say this is okay. Most like in the last when we have seen that, so most of them have a basic image like object as one end of this, but it is not the concept. Okay, so this is your light source, this is your condenser lens, and this is the specimen which you are talking about. Okay, this is a specimen. यहाँ से आपकी light will fall down. This is a condenser. This is okay. This is an annular link that with the help of the condenser lens we just condense the light on a specific object. Then this is the objective lens and diffracted and undifracted light. This is a phase plate which decide the background, and this is a phase plate which differentiate the light from the background and the light from the reflected light from the object. Okay, and this is here you are forming the primary image. This is a simple thing. Okay, the annular stop in the condenser produces a cold line focusing of the specimen. Object or specimen refracts or reflect the light. Then light traveling directly from the condenser lens, light traveling through the specimen are out of the phase when they pass through the objective and phase plates, and wavelength in phase or out of the phase either and together or cancel out each other depending on the type. Okay, so what are the instrumentation? First there should be the light sources. Okay, do not mention only the light source, also mention which type of light sources you are using, such as your tungsten, tungsten, halogen, or the LED lamps for the illumination. Then your condenser with the annular ring produces a hollow cone of light. Okay, produces a hollow cone of light matching the size of the phase ring. Then objective with the phase ring located at the back focal plane, it applies the phase shift to the background light. This is your objective with the phase. Then phase plate typically reduces the back. This is something important, right? This is something we have already talked about here. This is your phase plate. What is the function of this? This reduces the background light intensity to enhance the contrast. Whatever the light intensity which is reflected, that should be reduced, and whatever the light just reflecting from that your specimen, that should be focused, that should be more a little bit highlighted, right? So this is something about the phase split. Then eyepiece or the camera capture the enhanced contrast images for the observation or recording. Application इसकी क्या क्या है? Visualization of living cells in a culture without staining or fixation, preserving cell viability. Okay, then study of the microorganism, subcellular organelle like a mitochondria, chromosome during mitosis, because during the mitosis, if we talk about even the prophase, right? So if we talk about the prophase, at that start of the prophase, there is a condensation of the chromatin fiber. So we can see this, that how the condensation process is occurring, because with the help of the phase contrast microscopy, we can also study the living cells, right? So depending on the condensed and non-condensed chromatin fiber, the refraction of light will be the different, right? So because of that, of course, because of that, right? During mitosis, vacuoles, like simply, if you just read the cell organelle, vacuole are comparatively less dense. So, like, of course, this is one of the basic difference of the plant cell and the animal cell, except the cell wall, that vacuoles are generally very large and in center in shape in your plant cell, while not in the, it's a smaller, like somewhere in the periphery or nearby area in that animal cell, right? So that will be a little bit less dense compared to your other cell organelle. And thin tissue slices, okay? Then observation of the cellular processes such as your cell division, movement, morphology changes in the real time, such as in your metaphase stage. Generally, you must have heard that in the metaphase stage, you can see the best morphology of the chromosome, right? Then used extensively where in the medical researches, microbiology, cytology, and the quality control in the cell culture labs. Okay, and it has also used in that immunology. Okay, it has also used in that immunology. Then inexpensive compared to your more complex microscopy method, and widely used in teaching and routine laboratories. Okay, fine. So we have today covered the phase contrast microscopy. It is one of the topic of biostatics. Next time maybe I'll try to cover that DNA replication part, which I have covered the normal process, and the replication part 2 in that prokaryotes. Next time we'll try to cover replication part 3, which is specifically in the eukaryotes. If you guys have any other topic to discuss, you guys can comment on me or comment on comment, of course. Thank you so much.